Hi, we are pleased to be taking a quick look at the Lewis Irene Winter Botanicals range, which is one of their brand new floral collections with a touch of festivities to it. We will be taking an in-depth look at all 15 of the prints and also this wonderful botanical panel they've included in the collection. We will of course be chatting about some of the projects you can use all of these fantastic fabrics for, and we also have some free quilt projects for you as well. Hi, it's Charles at Empress Mills and I'm delighted to be here with one of the very latest collections from Lewis and Irene, which is Winter Botanical. It is a fantastic floral collection, as the name would suggest, and many of the designs do have a festive feel, but you wouldn't necessarily have to use them for festive projects. Some would definitely cross right across the board, and you could just use them for sort of more winter style projects. There are 15 main designs in the range and a panel. The 15 designs is how Lewis and Irene tend to build many of their ranges. It gives you a nice spread of prints. So there are 5 main designs within those 15 in 3 colourways each. All 15 prints in the range do work together as a full set, but those 5 main designs do separate out into 3 separate sets of 5 that form sort of mini collections within the range, which are wonderful if you just want to dip in slightly or you've got a smaller project in mind. Those 5 mini sets give you that option, give you a nice spread of designs and a nice spread of shades within those sort of mini selection sets that they form. So yes, that's just a quick brief guide on the fabric range itself. I've got this bottle in my hand, but I want to start with this fantastic panel that they've included. It is 44 inches wide, and just to give you a feel for the width that way, let me measure it in that direction. It is 17.5 to 18 inches, which is about 45 centimetres in that, in the length, that direction, in the length. I wanted to start with this one as it is something just a little bit special. We'll no doubt have some nice zoomed in pictures for you when we pop this video together properly, but it really does have some meticulous detail in here. It lives up to the idea of it being a botanical range, of you getting botanical drawings as part of that, and this is really the epitome of that. The other designs are really nice, don't get me wrong, but this really does just have something really special about it. You've got the detail in each of the floral designs itself. You've got this wonderful sort of touch of a scientific approach with the names of the floral elements as well included, and it's something you'll see throughout all of the designs. But the panel itself also has these pearlescent elements, and it's just that lovely little dab of a touch that gives it that nice finish. So it's not overbearing, it's just this lovely, lovely little touch that does the job. As I say, we'll no doubt, hopefully, while I've been talking, Nat may well have already gone over the top with some other extra images, and we do have some additional images of this panel taken over on the website too, so you can always take a peek on there if you want to see some pictures of it, because it is well worth taking a detailed look at. It is a lovely print in the range. In terms of uses, I should just mention it because I looked at it. I was a big fan of it, but Mum was a massive fan of this one. It is obviously fantastic as a panel or something like that, but if you did want to cut out certain elements, you could use those within a quilt, or you could cut into squares or rectangles, for example, and use as cushions. Anything along those sort of lines for this. It really, really is a stunning print. So yes, that's just one to bear in mind. I just thought I'd show you that first, as it is just a touch of something special. So on to the other designs in the range. This is one of the main prints, and really again picks up so much of the floral detail that we see in some of the other prints. And what I mean by that is you're seeing so many different floral touches in this particular print that are then carried off even into some of the other main designs in the range, so not just the blenders. This really is the one that holds the entire collection together. And just in terms of some of the detail, you've got the berries, you've got the holly, the ivy. Now I think these are called snowberries, but I shall double check back on the panel soon. It's very handy having a panel itemising all the different florals in this range. And again, just to pick up on the pearlescent elements, hopefully we're making it nice and clear on the video. I hope you've been able to see those, but it is all these sort of white. They're coming across just a little bit white when we first tried videoing them, but hopefully we've fixed that now. But they are all the pearlescent touches. In the design, as I mentioned, there's the 3 different colourways. So we've got that initial one. We've got this, which has sort of a touch of an icy blue feel to the background on that one. And then also this, which is almost a slightly darker blue, but only just slightly darker compared to that icy blue option. Almost a blue with an ever so slight touch of green in it. That particular print has. But again, just wonderful with all those floral elements standing nice and clearly off that background. Moving on, this has proved incredibly popular in pre-orders and since we actually received it into stock. This sort of seed heads design. All of the seed head elements on this are in that pearlescent detailing. This fabric's getting stuck, it's fighting back. Are the pearlescent detailing that I've mentioned. Oops, there we go. So hopefully you can see that. Absolutely wonderful, packed full of detail, very much a nice multi-directional design, a blender, and one of those perfect prints that I mentioned earlier, where yes, although it is winter botanicals and to me it's got a seriously festive sort of flavour to it, this is one of those prints that will go right across the board. We'll see some others soon as well, but could be used for absolutely all sorts of different projects and mixed in with different fabrics as well. It comes in the 3 colourways, so there's that wonderful sort of soft red shade, there's this green, sort of a very natural green background on this one, and then also a silvery icy blue option just here. And that one really, really does have a winter feel, sort of picking up on that sort of winter frost almost with that particular print. It's got that sort of winter frost, winter morning feel to it with that icy blue background and the pearlescent element. Moving on, we have got this print for you, which is, I'm going to double check, I'm more or less certain I read it right, and this is the snowberries, but let me be sure. Let me take a look at the panel and be absolutely sure I'm quoting the right thing before I get in bother. Snowberries, yes indeed, and it does have the Latin name for it on the panel as well. I'm not even going to try. But yes, snowberries, so that's that one with that icy blue background on there. Now this next one is one of my particular favourites. I just think it's so crisp. Look at this one. So a slightly darker coloured background, a slightly darker coloured leaf element on there, but it just looks so amazing, so crisp. Lewis and Irene have gone to town on the detailing, and just to pick up on that, it's not just the berries have the pearlescent touches, but the background itself also has not just the leaf, but in the foreground we've got the leaf, but in the background there's almost the shadows to the leaves as well, which hopefully you'll be able to make out nice and clearly. Why is that shadow important? Well, one, it just adds a nice little touch of detail, but by adding that shadow, it is a natural part of the design, and it just gives you other tonal elements in the same print to be looking to match to, for it to blend in nicely with other colours, whether it was part of this collection or as part of other fabrics you may well choose to mix these with. So it gives you some other colour options that are just a nice, natural part of the print. That's it on this sort of more burgundy natural background. And again, we've got that shadowy area as well behind the leaves. But on this dark background, don't those leaves just sort of burst off the fabric as well? But yes, very clever use of the shadow there to give you some additional shade elements. Let me move those. This design is a real beauty. Again, masses of use of the pearlescent detailing here to really bring the design to life. Yes, there's the print itself with that swirling element in the floral, but the pearlescent here used for the vast majority of the design, making that burst off. And again, we're picking up on all sorts of floral elements, but we've got this wonderful butterfly as well, again highlighted with the pearl touches. It comes with the green background. There's this icy blue, a slightly darker version of the icy blue here, just there, which again works really, really well. Slightly softer feel almost to the green option there, with the sort of shadowy silhouette of the florals just blending that little bit more into the background. And then here we've got it on a nice red shade. Let me make sure I've got this the right way around. These fabrics are trying to trick me, I think. Here we go. Just look at that. It's stunning, isn't it? really is something special, this collection, and these designs with those pearl touches. It's wonderful. So that they are very much the main prints in the range. There is a small set of additional blenders. Let me just move these. I'll just quickly touch on them, and then you've seen them in the flesh, so to speak. That's going to be a tricky one to show you in a moment. We'll get to that. But here it is, very much just a nice small pearlescent dot, multi-directional, perfect for use with this range, perfect for use with any other collections as well where this would work. I am sure it comes on the silvery style background, just there. And then the next option, I will see how well this picks up. We will add some additional pictures to the website of both this and the silver. I know we had a little practice before we started filming. Yes, I know you're thinking, does he actually practice this? I do, just a little bit. We make sure we can see the fabrics anyway. Yes, we did struggle slightly picking these up perfectly, and I know Nat's been trying hard with the cameras and things. Whether we manage that, whether while I'm chatting you're seeing some different images of it, either way we will make it work. Or as I say, do click through to the site, there'll be some additional pictures on there for you to take a peek and really see these designs in detail. They're nice, small, say multi-directional spots, really all-round prints, all-round blender prints, should I say. And that is everything. In terms of the fabric, I'll just touch on it because it's always one of the things, always one of the key things. Obviously, Lewis and Irene only work with a premium 100% cotton fabric. It is a grade A fabric. Why is that important? Well, what it means is that when you're looking at the designs, as you can see on this one, for example, or indeed, in fact, you know what, the red one might, thinking about our cameras, might be the best one to really show you this. The quality of the fabric really comes across. You can pick out the detailing, not just the pearlescent elements, but the fine detailing around the floral elements as well. So these seed heads, they've all got individual little stems leading to them. You can pick that out so clearly, and a massive part of that, one, the design, and two, the fabric quality. That gorgeous smooth fabric means that when it goes through the printing machines in the factory, it really picks up all of the detailing. That is as much down to the fabric as is down to the wonderful design. And of course, it's gorgeous to touch and it wears well, etc, etc. But that's just an extra bonus. It is 44 inches wide, quilting weight, very much designed with quilting in mind, but perfect for so many other projects, from cushions through to aprons, even soft furnishings, things like curtains and anything along those sort of lines. From a quilt point of view, we've actually got a couple of free projects for you. In fact, it's one project in two different colourways. Do I have the pictures? I've lost my card. Here it is. So this is the first one. It's a 53 by 53 inch piece, hopefully with the wonders of modern technology. Nat will pop this on the screen now. But yes, that hopefully you're now seeing is a 53 by 53 inch sized quilt, and it's designed by Sally Ablett. And as you can see, it makes wonderful use of all sorts of different, of all variety of different designs from within this set. The other quilt, which is hiding inside this book, I personally think is just that little bit more striking. Just take a look at this on the screen now, hopefully. And those touches of red, that's actually red bumbleberries, which is part of the Lewis and Irene range. They've designed that bumbleberry to work specifically with the collection. Just gives it that extra little hint, that extra depth almost, to my way of thinking anyway. What I will say about that is it does give it a slightly more festive feel. So it just depends where you want to go. Those quilts are available for download. If you click the link underneath the video, take you through to the website, and there's the full details for getting those. They're absolutely free patterns, so you can help yourself, see what you think. And yes, I've touched on everything, I think. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Please get in touch. You can leave a comment underneath the video. You can message us through the website or any of the social media channels. Alternatively, please don't hesitate. Pick up the phone. Our number's on the website. Give us a call, and either me or one of the wonderful team here at Empress will be delighted to help with questions, whether it's on this range or any of the other collections or items we have available here at Empress. Yes, I think that's everything. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.